Hey Bongi, hello. How are you, Bongi? I'm good.
Welcome to Discovering Delight, a podcast by Sie Shamini.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Discovering Delight. I am still Sia. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. Trying to be, just trying to get back into the swing of things. And if you do not know, this is the show where I speak about all the things that bring me joy. And this year in particular has been long. Oh my God. And I've missed yapping about things as they're happening, but I've had to take a step back from that for a little bit just to gather my thoughts. I think I am in a good place overall. I've been hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, doing work. My mom has been sick, so that has been a challenge for me this year. But otherwise, things are good. I'm good. I am complaining less because I realize that there's always something to complain about, but I don't have the capacity to do that, honestly speaking. So, yeah, today in particular, I wanted to talk about building new friendships. So, something that has been bringing me joy has been forming new connections and friendships. I am somebody in the most recent past, I've had really painful friendship breakups. And I just at some point told myself that, you know what, I'm not letting in anybody new into my life because honestly speaking, I cannot be losing people so painfully. Like every time I've had a fallout, I feel like the air is being sucked out of my lungs, right? And it got to a point where it was happening so often. And I was like, am I in the drama? But no, I know I'm not the drama, honestly, because if I were to tell you, like, in each scenario, what happened from my POV, honestly speaking, I don't think I'm the drama. But it did get to a point where I was losing a close friend every single year. Like I was like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute. And it would be painfully so. It would be something that I didn't see coming. And one day we're good, and the next day it's not even like we're not good, but we're not great at all. Like to a point where we are just like not on speaking terms anymore, right? And so I just basically said, you know what, the friends that I have, I'm just gonna keep those because they are good friends. And I have a lot of friends, honestly speaking. So I was just like, you know what, my circle is enough for me. And if people in this circle want to fall out, so be it. You know what I'm saying? But I just was not in a space to open myself up to other people. I was just very protective. But this year, after I had moved, I took that as a new beginning, right? So even in the environment that I live in, I love to be friendly with my neighbors. Like I love for me and my neighbors to coexist, to lean on each other from time to time. I love community and therefore I participate in cultivating a sense of community for myself. So wherever I'm at, even if I move into a new place, I love to know my neighbors' names. I love to have their numbers. I love to chill with them. So also, I don't force myself on other people. I just want to put that out there. It's something that kind of happens gradually. And with every hangout interaction, we get to know each other a little bit better and therefore get to a space where we're comfortable around each other for us to form a friendship. And I feel like, yeah, moving to a new place opened me up to new people, obviously. And because now I was also further away from my friends, they live in another part of the city and I'm on like a different location now. So I didn't have the convenience of hanging out with my existing friends as often as I had. And that kind of, I guess, pushed me to be open to new people. And I have to say, it's been going rather well. I love getting to know new people. I love interacting with people that I'm just not familiar with, right? and I was having a conversation with one of my besties, and it was after hanging out with my neighbor friends, and I had such a beautiful time. And I just came back to my house and I was like, oh my God, that was so fun. And my heart was so full. And my friend and I were unpacking this. We were like, what was so fun about it? Because it's not like we did anything out of the ordinary. We just chilled, played music, drank, yapped. That was it, right? And honestly, those are the best hangouts in my books. But as I was talking to my friend about this and we were just unpacking, what about these new interactions and these new connections that I'm forming is making me feel so good, right? Let me take a sip of my tea. Also, I'm drinking some hibiscus tea, hibiscus and chamomile. So I had a chamomile tea bag and then I added some hibiscus flowers. I love hibiscus. Like, I buy the flowers, like the dried flowers, and then I steep them in my hot water to make hibiscus tea. And I love it so much. And if you're somebody who struggles with like menstrual cramps, this has been a game changer for me. And no paid promo or anything. Like, I swear by it. Like, I drink it all the time. And eventually I realized that I wasn't getting menstrual cramps anymore. And I was like, what did I change? And the only new thing I was doing is drinking hibiscus tea religiously. And I was like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. But yeah, I love it so much. Okay, let me get back into it. So basically, my friend and I were discussing what is it about making new friends that I enjoy a lot. And I started thinking about this, and basically, what it boils down to for me currently, how I've theorized this, is that I enjoy it more so because I can be my current self, right? And walk with me. I can be who I am now. And that is very liberating and freeing. And the people that I'm interacting with are interacting with me for the first time. So they're getting to experience me for the first time, but they're experiencing current me. And it's like in those interactions, I don't have to talk about the past in a way where it's like sometimes when you hang out with your friends, right, you have to unpack recent things that have happened to you. You have to, I don't know, they know your past, so that becomes part of the conversation as well. And I think for me, what I'm enjoying is not having people that know me from anywhere, from a bar of soap, and they're interacting with me for the first time, and that gives me the freedom to just be who I am currently. And I didn't realize how much of talking about the past was starting to feel like it was keeping me stuck there, right? And there's people that I don't want to speak about, but because I'm interacting with new people, I never have to speak about them. The conversations are not about things that I don't want to talk about. It's just really, and this is not to say all my conversations with my current friends lean on past situations. It's just that it's very refreshing to have an experience where you're just sitting with people and you can be who you are today, and they don't have any idea of your past behaviors. They don't have any idea of like your past situations. You get to paint the picture about yourself that you want to paint, right? And in doing so, you can honor your present moment in a way that I do feel like I haven't been able to honor it with people that have known me for a long time. It's just like that thing where it's like your family is still attached to an idea of you. Like when you grow up and you move and you are now an independent person outside of your family, every time you go home, they still see you as the version that you were when you left. I don't know if people have experienced this, but I do feel like it's something that I do struggle with when it comes to my relationship with my family, that they're not interested in learning. Not even that they're not interested, because I don't think they're aware of this, but it's like the people who've been in your life for as long as you've been alive tend to not sit down now and want to know who you are now. They know you for who you've been all along and in relation to the family as well. And it's like, I'm my own person. I don't like this anymore. Maybe I used to like it 10 years ago. Maybe, like it's one of those things. And I think with forming new connections, you get to be in control of the narrative in a way that, like, I don't think I've been able to do in longer existing connections. I don't know if this makes sense, but it actually, and I don't even think I'm articulating it well. But yeah, it's just something that I was like, oh, yeah, it's because I'm forming connections with people that don't know my past. They don't know I existed before I showed up in their lives. And they're interested in learning about me in a way that, like, sometimes I guess in long-term relationships with your friends, family, or whoever else in your life, we get complacent in terms of learning who Sia is today, what Sia actually likes today. And I get to have that hold value in new connections because I'm like, yes, maybe I liked this last year. I actually don't care for it now. And with new connections, it could just be like, I like this, full stop. There's no last year version of me. There's no other version of me, but the version I am today. And I enjoy that so much. And I don't know if this means that I just need to be more intentional in how I show up in my long-term relationships so that we're keeping up with the evolution of each other. But I just found that so exciting, if I could put it that way. And it spoke to me and sparked something that I hadn't really given much thought to. And I do think that, yeah, it's very important to stay open. And I've been having a lot of conversations just in terms of like my openness to meeting new people. And I've been very open this year. Like I've been going to events, interacting with people outside of my friend groups, and just, meeting people, man. And some of those interactions have stuck around, some of them didn't, and that's okay, right? And I think there's a whole lot of people who are going to love you and enjoy you, and there's a whole lot of people that you're going to enjoy as well. So I am happy to be in a space where I feel more open, my heart is more open, and I think what has helped is the fact that I've been received well in my openness. I think I would be telling a different story if I was like open and then I didn't get some kind of positive reception, because that would suck, obviously. However, even in my openness, it wasn't a decision that like I'm going to be open. I do think that I have a tendency to meet people organically and form organic connections and have organic conversations that then lead us to wanting to hang out more and just interacting more. And for that, I'm grateful. I do think that like one of my biggest blessings in life is friendship. I have a lot of friends that I am so grateful to have, and they're always a pillar in every season of my life. And I think that's what life is about, honestly, truly, because my friends have been my saving grace. I speak about friendship a lot just because of that. And I think, yeah, this year has shown that I don't need to close myself off. The things that happened in previous friendships that led to fallouts are not a part of my story, and I shouldn't carry that. I shouldn't have shame even in those things, because yes, people come into your life and you love them and they're there for that season. You don't need to be ashamed of failed relationships, failed friendships. You just need to take it with your chest and honor the fact that, you know what, I had this person in my life at some point, loved them dearly, and it just didn't work out. And we can move on to the next thing, which is something also that I felt like was keeping me stuck, specifically when it came to friendships, was that I was still holding on to that rage or that pain and disappointment in a way that was actually unhealthy. Again, I was speaking to another one of my friends and I was like, I don't want to talk about this thing anymore. Yes, that happened, and it's fine. And now, if I'm saying I'm letting go of this thing, it means if I see them, it's a non-factor, whether I see them or not. And so, yeah, don't know where this is going, but that's just been something that has been bringing me joy, and I'm really enjoying getting to know people. I'm really enjoying putting myself out there, so to speak. I think I've been in isolation for a little bit, and this year has actually forced me to get out of that. Even though I haven't been speaking on the podcast, I'm being perceived in a way that I would have run away from before because I just wasn't comfortable with that level of perception. So I think this year has been forcing me to become more comfortable with being perceived and opening myself up to other people, being spontaneous as well, which is something that I don't do. I struggle with anxiety. You have to prep me. Like, you have to give me days of preparation for something because my anxiety is gonna skyrocket. But I'm leaning into spontaneity more, although not too much. But like, I think meeting new people helps you become more spontaneous because you're not leaning on things that your way of doing things. You kind of being open to a different way of doing things, open to meeting new people in different settings and environments. And I think that's cool. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. And if you are somebody who is, I guess, struggling to make new friends, I would say just do the things that you like and you will meet your people there. For example, I'm somebody who's very much comfortable going outside by myself, doing things by myself. Maybe it's the only child in me, or the fact that I've been independent for as long as I can remember. But I don't shy away from doing the things that I enjoy just because I don't have anybody to do them with. I put myself in those spaces just because I want to be in them, right? And in doing so, I've realized that's where I meet a lot of people and that's where I start to form those interactions and connections. And I think if you're somebody who's looking to meet new friends, you're not going to meet them at home. Trust and believe. It's just like you're not going to meet your partner sitting in your house. That's a self-drag, by the way. Although I'm not there yet. I'm open. My heart is open, but I'm not open to anything romantic. Asa, believe. I'm not dating until I'm in my 30s. That's 2 years. I'm off it. But I think I'm open to friendship though. But yeah, just do the things that you enjoy and people will meet you at the things that you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And they will experience you in those settings. And it takes away the pressure of performing the type of personality you are or the type of person you are, because this is something that you enjoy. You're both in your comfortable environment and you get to be yourself and be comfortable around each other. And I think that's really important. And also make friends with your neighbors, guys. Like, honestly, a lot of the time people I see online, people are talking about the death of community. People are talking about the fact that they're so lonely and alone. And I think I empathize. That is really sad. And no one deserves to feel lonely and alone. Life is hard, guys. You need people, right? We all need people. But I think for you to combat that, you have to be an active participant in the spaces that you exist in, right? So you must try to know your neighbors. And I understand, I'm aware that there's like different parts of the world where like people are very much to themselves, but you can create the environment that you want to exist in, right? Even when I moved into the place that I live in now, I wasn't cool. I wasn't kicking with all my neighbors. Those things happened gradually. But it's a matter of trying, saying hi, having a conversation. If you bake something, share it with others. Like, those are little minute things that just show your personality and the things that you like to do and are inviting to people around you. If you constantly say hi to your neighbor every time you guys bump into each other or see each other outside, eventually that's going to lead to a conversation like, how are you today? And on another meetup, you guys will dive in deeper and those things will build gradually, right? And it can, so like just being open and putting yourself out there in that way helps you feel less alone. Trust me. There's people out there who enjoy the same things as you. There's people out there who love to watch the same shows as you that you can just sit and have a key with. So I think, yeah, let's be active participants in cultivating community and being decent people and being friends because, guys, life is hard. Let us not make it harder for ourselves. Like, this is something that I tell myself all the time. And even when I am cultivating communal spaces or interacting with people, to a certain extent, you have to do the uncomfortable thing in order to meet people, in order to form friendships. Just get outside of yourself and trust me, there are people out there who would love to experience you just as much as you have people who you would love to experience. That's it from me for this conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've missed yapping on here. Trust and believe me. And I think I'll be back to yap more because I have so much to say. I really do have so much to say. And I think life just got in the way. There was always something to do, but I'm going to prioritize this. And I also hope you love the 2 camera setup. I am looking one here or one there. It's giving production station. You can't tell me I'm not in my production bag right now. You cannot say I'm not killing it right now. I hope you guys are experiencing a lot of joy. It is getting warmer and sunnier in the southern hemisphere, and I am defrosting for summer season, and I'm so excited because the best time of the year is here, and I am alive for it. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Until next time, bye.